Oh, hello everybody. Good morning.
Morning. Wait.
Well, it's morning for me. It's just afternoon, and I don't do early afternoon. I work nights. I'm not happy.
Welcome to Blockheads.
Welcome to Blockheads.
4.
Round 4. Oh my goodness. Hello guys, my name is Rocco, and if you didn't know, that is Italian for do your own research, because no one should blindly believe anything I say, especially in this wild world of cryptocurrency.
My name is Pete, and Peter's actually the Greek word for a rock. I'm surprised that Rocco isn't just the Italian word for a rock. But, you know, it really is anyway. So,
I don't believe you.
I mean, I'm
going to do some research.
All right, fine. Look it up. I like rocking out on the piano, eating rock hard avocados, and Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, I don't. That's a terrible show.
Anywho,
oh my gosh. All right.
Okay, this is Blockheads round 4, and I really have to say we're getting an overwhelming response from our other listeners in the form of claims of copyright infringement notices from the 3 songs that we've used so far.
Parody, and parody
songs.
They allowed us to use them. They just maybe our viewers on YouTube are seeing ads.
Whoops. Oh well.
And hopefully they're not BitConnect ads, because we mentioned BitConnect and it's in the show notes and everything. But they might be getting BitConnect ads right in YouTube.
Okay, cool. So our videos are definitely going viral among Aerosmith copyright claim holders. All 12 of them. I thought that was like a 6 or 7 piece band. Whatever. Okay. They must have loved our smash hit. Jamie's Got It Wrong.
Jamie's got it wrong.
God, how embarrassing.
I still sing it all the time. Anyway, so to deal with these massive legal expenses that we may or may not have incurred, let's introduce the generous, prosperous, and non-fictitious folks that have decided to sponsor our podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so once again this week, we are brought to you by the lovely folks at Tyranny Coin. Yeah, remember that last time I was telling you about Tyranny Coin? They really want to bring you the tyranny feels, so they added a new feature. Every time you book a trip through Expedia.com, which you can use Bitcoin to purchase, it automatically reroutes your flight to Guantanamo Bay. That's pretty cool. I
think your Airbnb also just defaults to the county prison. Which rock bottom rates, guys.
It's tyranny, man.
Rock bottom rates and a special discount.
They're giving you exactly what you are signing up for. It really is hard to resist the tyranny because they also implemented a new feature. It's like a smart wallet calendar feature on the blockchain. Every April 15th, Tyranny Coin will give you a guaranteed IRS audit. The painful kind, the kind that takes years, not months. Do you have a sponsor to talk about, Pete?
Our sponsor today is Sand Dollar.
Sand Dollar,
yeah,
tell me about
it. It's the world's first company that holds the sand industry accountable. Now,
what?
This is totally true.
I didn't.
You can go look it up. Sand extraction, $70 billion per year business.
That's a big business. Sand extraction?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Sand's used to make glass, microscopes, telescopes, affordable windows, detergents, cosmetics, toothpaste, solar panels, silicon chips, and especially buildings. Everything concrete is tons of sand.
Okay.
So sand goes missing from beaches and everything. Illegal sand mining.
Been to the beach
is huge.
before. I've always seen sand at the beach.
Yeah, but it goes missing from a lot of beaches around the world. Obviously, they're not going to mine sand where all you people are half
what
naked.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to go there in their right mind. You know, when Rocco's there. But anyway, the sand mining.
Why? Because I wear a weenie bikini. I wear the tidy whitey briefies.
Well, you are Italian.
Yeah, and then I got my gold chain and my chest hair, and it's a beautiful sight. You know it.
Well, illegal sand mining is a massive percentage of the sand industry, and Sand Dollar's putting sand on the blockchain to track sand shipments down to the level of the individual grain.
Oh, they put it on the blockchain.
Yes, the individual grain. It's going to be a lifeline for the sand industry. They're calling it a silica umbilical.
Okay.
And I highly recommend you read their white paper sometime. Actually, I
White
think it's called their sandpaper.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Anyway, speaking of castles of sand, today President Trump announced that yesterday now, President Trump announced that a Bitcoin wall, air quotes, would be constructed to prevent illegal Bitcoins from flowing across the border into the United States.
That's a big problem.
Discussion rages over whether the proposed FUD wall will be high enough to make any difference, but the president still insists that Satoshi Nakamoto is going to be paying for the project.
Oh, okay. Wow, what a guy. He's really...
Well, if it wasn't obvious...
Yeah, okay.
Put down your phones,
Don't
everyone.
Google that. Don't Google it. The Crypto Psych of the Week. That's what that was. It's our patent-pending feature of the Blockheads podcast, aiming to temper the irrational exuberance in the crypto space by encouraging independent critical thinking. Trump probably doesn't even know what Bitcoin is. He's too busy tweeting about irrelevant topics, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. I really just think he's too busy getting his hair right every day, all day. Ugh.
Is his hair ever right?
It's...
Right wing, maybe?
No, I mean, like, the wings are flopping the right way. They're flopped in the proper direction to conceal whatever's happening under there, to conceal whatever of life support system is keeping that bloated, tiny Cheeto dick body afloat. I don't know.
So anyway, top news of the week.
Okay, I love this story. This is cool. It's on the Cointelegraph. Deutsche Bank strategist says the end of fiat-based currency systems near. Recommends Bitcoin.
Recommends Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean,
oof.
Yeah, they got a quote from this guy. It's saying that within 10 years, maybe cryptocurrency should be used in favor of the fiat systems. And if you didn't know, fiat is Latin for phony. Yeah.
I thought it was Italian for car.
Oh, yeah, right. The Fiat 500. Ooh, geez. Yeah, I really want one of those.
So anyway, wait, but they recommend Bitcoin? I mean, does Deutsche Bank know the grid melting strain that we talked about last week?
Yeah, right. All the Bitcoin transactions that are going on being, I guess, duplicated by all the miners and verified by all the different mining rigs out there. It's one transaction equals... a week's worth of electricity in somebody's house or something for one transaction. It's crazy. It's weird. But, I guess maybe this Deutsche Bank guy, he's looking at it. The guy, his name is Jim Reed. And
German.
Yeah. No, I mean, Deutsche Bank, it's international, right? It's a multinational bank. So Jim Reed, he's from Cleveland or something. I mean, it makes sense that he's saying, we have to look into this and we might need this in 10 years. Let's look into Bitcoin instead.
Well, here's something. The opinion of Reed parallels the views of other prominent personalities. This isn't just one guy saying this.
Yeah, of course.
Among them is the president of the Turkish Central Bank, who claimed that virtual currencies can contribute to financial stability.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why we like it, right?
Right, so stable.
Yeah, so the central banker did note, however, that there are potential risks associated with digital currencies. Yeah,
as we
of
often
course.
note.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll get to that later. Potential risks and, potential fun and...
Oh, right.
Ups and downs and whatever.
So Google Trends reveals, as of this podcast, that buy Bitcoin is now a more popular search than buy gold.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's good news.
Yeah, I can finally turn off my script that Google's buy Bitcoin every millisecond.
Hold on. We might have to fix the audio. I think I hear a shameful lamentation emanating from La Isla del Encanto. Do you hear that?
You're probably hearing the voice of a former Connecticutitian? I don't know what...
The proper nomenclature is Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, great. Now I got to mark it explicit.
That's Mr. Peter Schiff, America's biggest gold bug / Bitcoin hater.
Peter Schiff is a Connecticuter?
Well, that's like that. I heard on the Rogan podcast, Peter Schiff, who's always trashing Bitcoin, and he doesn't actually understand the fundamental technology behind Bitcoin. So it's a bubble, and and he says instead use a credit card to spend gold. What? I don't know.
Ooh, business op. I'm going to call Peter Schiff and tell him that I will write a script to make buy gold more popular in Google Trends.
Oh, yeah.
And see how much gold he'll offer me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. You can game the Google Trend thing. Like,
I'll totally
there's all
do
sorts
that.
of just put in some phony blog listings, just some fake hidden text here and there, secret code. Oh, so I don't know.
It's not quite that easy.
There's another story that I also saw that's similar. Almost 1/3 of millennials, like that generation that's in college right now, almost 1/3 of them say that they would prefer to own Bitcoin instead of owning stocks on Wall Street.
Yeah, I think last time we mentioned 1/3 of millennials said they plan to invest in Ethereum too.
Whoa.
And like 25% plan to invest in Ripple.
Okay.
Which, I mean, like, I'm surprised that they'd heard of it.
Ripple, no, I mean, I guess when you look into cryptocurrencies, Ripple is one of the ones you first hear about. And it's got a high market cap with a low price per Ripple. But then you dig a little bit deeper and you're like, okay, the price doesn't shoot up that much, but it's a very alluring project because it is specifically meant for global multinational banks.
Right.
It's cool that we keep seeing this survey data showing that crypto's getting more popular all the time.
The same survey says that people over 65 aren't so sure.
Right? Well, that's cool. I mean, you should tell those people over 65 that fiat is Latin for phony. Don't look at the dictionary. Come on. You don't have to look at the dictionary.
I'm just looking at its etymology.
Man. What fiat? It means, like, straight up, it means decree or something.
It is from Latin. It means let it be done.
Let it be done.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the picture of this emperor sitting on this chair going, fiat.
Yeah.
Fiat. And he means, make it so.
He's like, yes, spend these wampum shells. Yes, the clam shells that have the purple part on them shall be the money. Decree. Let it be done. Yeah. That's basically what is going on.
Best Patrick Stewart impression, yeah. Make it grow.
Oh, make it so. Oh,
that's not Patrick Stewart.
Make it so. Patrick Stewart and well, I've already seen them naked. So they're scrambling and you ever see that extras part?
No,
Patrick Stewart.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh man, you got to look at that. You guys have seen that. Well, I've already seen them naked, and so yes, the powers of the mind.
So next up, Coinbase goes to Washington.
Yeah, or New York. I didn't actually look at the location, but Coinbase had to go to court, and this is a very interesting story. As we all know, Coinbase is probably the largest U.S. retailer for cryptocurrency. They sell Ethereum, they sell Litecoin, they sell Bitcoin, and they got a shit ton of customers. So many people looking at it. Coinbase got
100,000 signups in one day.
100,000 new customers in one day. So, unfortunately, Coinbase has gotten on the IRS's radar, and the IRS wanted Coinbase to hand over customer records for 500,000 very smart people that buy cryptocurrency. And that was, I guess, at the time for 2013 to 2015, that's like 97% of their customers. The IRS wanted all their names, dates, and I guess cavity searches and stuff.
But Coinbase pushed back.
Yeah, they pushed back, and according to Coinbase communications director David Farmer, the online crypto retailer negotiated the feds down to just handing over the records of 14,000 people, which is like, I guess, 3% of what they really wanted. And then he's quoted as saying, although this 97% reduction in impacted customers is a big win, they're something, I don't know. That's what he said.
So 97% fewer customers were impacted than the glorified Internal Revenue Service.
Basically, Coinbase does what they does, and maybe you don't like them, but they're trying. They went to court. That's kind of cool. I don't know about your feelings on Coinbase, Pete, but
my feelings on Coinbase that they probably make a lot of money from people who don't know that there are better ways to buy crypto, which I think is our top. But first.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about buying crypto. So this is a very important thing, and so what's next, Pete? What do you want to talk about?
Oh man, I was looking at this project report. 27,000 new blockchain projects last year.
27,000 new blockchains?
Blockchain projects on GitHub.
Cool.
86,000 total. And, it's an average of 8,000 per year. But, 27,000 last year. And the thing is, only 8% of projects are actively maintained. They're most likely to be run by corporations, organizations, research institutions, stuff like that. Only 5% of all these forked projects, copied projects, survive. A lot of times a project will start by copying the code from Bitcoin, for instance. I know that some of my favorite coins actually started that way, and now they don't look anything like Bitcoin, but, it's a starting point. And so these blockchain projects have an average lifespan of 1.22 years. There's just so many projects out there. People try to start them. They're open source, and they just kind of fizzle. I'm not talking like Dash and Nexus and Ethereum and vertcoin or whatever. I'm not talking the projects you see on CoinMarketCap. But this means that thousands and thousands of people have started blockchain projects and just abandoned them.
You could also say that 50% of all small businesses or whatever fail within the first X amount of months, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to the real world. It's just saying a lot of ventures start, they struggle, they try, some of them succeed, and most of them fail. But I guess this is the first time that I've ever actually seen the number, like for instance, 2016, almost 27,000. That's just the number of new blockchains.
New blockchain
from last year.
On GitHub.
On github.io, which is where everybody posts their open source software. Yeah. But okay, so that's interesting. Food for thought.
I mean, I've heard people say, various experts say that 95%, 90 to 99% or whatever of all these projects will ultimately fail.
Okay.
And I've heard counter to that, a lot of blockchain enthusiasts are really skeptical of those numbers. They're like, are you sure that many will fail? I feel like some people look at a company, they see blockchain and they're like, their eyes light up and they're like, this is going to be a successful project. It's got the same basic numbers as other startups and small businesses.
Yeah.
Most of them are not going to go anywhere. They're not going to get the adoption necessary. They're not going to be maintained, vigorously enough, whatever. That's just something to keep in mind. If you find an exciting new project, be ready for it to not be maintained anymore.
Yeah, I guess. Or also tell your friends and get involved and join their Slack and, defend your territory. If you love something, love it. Use it.
It's fair. The best projects.
Take it to your parents' house for Thanksgiving. Introduce it to your grandma. Love your projects. Treat them well. Buy them flowers on their birthday.
The best projects, their community become evangelists. And they go around saying things like, I love Bitcoin, but with actual legitimate projects.
No. Okay. I mean, you like a new coin, check out their subreddit. That's a good idea. You want to see an active subreddit. That's one thing I always do. If I look at a coin and the price is doing something, I'm like, okay, well, what's the /r/ look like? I look at their subreddit, and if there's like a post from 1 month ago, I'm like, this is not going to be a thing to buy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Most coins also have a Slack, Telegram, or Discord.
Yeah.
Or Discord? Yeah, it's Discord. What a weird name for a community app.
Discord?
Discord.
What?
Yeah. It's just great. It's like naming a community communication team building app Contention or like Strife. I mean, I know it's Discourse, but still.
Discord is also a very prominent record label with a lot of good noisy records that I like. So
it's discordance. Anyway, so yeah.
Next story.
I'll take this one. The parody Ethereum wallet was borked. That's what you put here.
What do you mean?
Borked.
What do you mean? I'll take this one.
Because
you think I can't explain this?
No. Well, you're the You take the next one.
I got this.
Okay. All right.
So the parody wallet on the Ethereum blah 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 got borked.
It's blockchain.
And then
the word's pronounced blockchain.
And then I looked on Reddit and I saw a comment that some noob just like deleted something, and everybody is really crying now. Isn't that the story? Go ahead.
That's fine.
Tell a better story. What happened?
Okay.
Pete?
So the parody wallet was a popular Ethereum wallet, especially for companies running ICOs.
A lot of startups.
In fact, this has basically shut down a bank, kind of a replacement UK bank startup called Finu. I don't know how to pronounce it. So they held their Ethereum in these wallets, a parody wallet. There was a bug in the code that basically let the smart parity contract become an ordinary wallet. I'm trying to simplify here. So that vulnerability wasn't fixed. It happened at some point. It shifted, and then somebody deleted the code that was at fault and said, oh, this shouldn't be here. So it wasn't a noob, just randomly deleting a line of code. He should have investigated more, I'm sure.
Okay.
But he deleted this line, but the vulnerability had already happened. It already occurred. So now all this ether, I think it's $280 million worth of ether is locked up.
It's 1 million ether, ether.
Yeah.
1 million ether coins.
That's a lot of ether coins.
So that amounts to $280 million. And it's locked up, and people are unable to move them.
Yeah, the code to move them out just isn't there anymore.
Like, did you see the actual code?
Yeah.
Earlier,
yeah,
what did that code say?
Deposit, basically. I mean,
okay, there's no withdrawal.
No, there's no withdrawal.
Oh, okay. This is okay. We're not laughing and we're not making fun of you if you were using parody. We're very sorry. Our most severe condolences, and
Parody's working on a fix. They say there's no rush. I'm sure that the holders of funds don't exactly always feel this way.
Maybe it's going to get fixed, Pete.
I mean, as far as I've read, Parody is hoping to come up with a solution for whenever Ethereum next updates its protocol.
Okay.
That will be accepted by the community. They don't want to create an Ethereum Classic 2.
Right, because that already happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're working on that, and I can't imagine they won't figure something out. I hope.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We did allude to maybe there was some kind of panic going on in the market earlier, and then let's just also say that Ethereum has kind of maintained a lot of strength, and isn't it notable that even after the Parity wallet kind of breaking entirely, Ether's price, what is it?
Stable. Pretty
awesome. Ether is holding strong. It's not a bad idea to hold Ether, maybe. Okay, do your own research, but guess what? Like, it really has maintained its stability because, it's kind of cool and good and stuff.
I look at buying Ether whenever it's under $300 these days.
Right.
And as soon as I heard this news, damn my capitalist greed. As soon as I heard this news, I checked Ether. I was like, it's got to be. It's got to be 250 or
Ether's in the toilet, right?
230 or something, maybe 200, and it was like 299. Come on.
Really? Yeah. Because Ether's strong, and that's cool. It's got a lot of resiliency. It's got a strength that Bitcoin really doesn't have.
If you look at the chart, it's really, and this is a little bit of TA, but it's really consolidated to that 300 number, which is maybe a sign it's about to break out.
All-time high for Ether is
400, but really briefly.
400, very briefly. 380 seemed like kind of a good, solid plateau that it did. Yeah, I know.
Well, it plateaued right around the time that China announced and Jamie Dimon and all that stuff, that the people blamed the September crash on. And
okay. Jamie.
But anyway, about real panic in the crypto market, there has been some developments.
Okay, yeah. Something really strange happened on Saturday night. I don't know if you saw it, but geez, the internet...
Of course I saw it.
The internet was going wild. We were going wild. Let's just call it Brown Saturday, because if you take an enormous red candle, a downtrend that was Bitcoin, and then you mix it with a parabolic and out-of-control green candle shooting up, representing Bitcoin Cash... what you get is a very confused and panicked brown color.
Yeah, some people
Saturday.
felt like they were switching, like this was the flippening. Bitcoin Cash was taking over. Bitcoin was going down.
Crazy. Oh, geez. I just hear the panic right now. I just hear it. Oh, man.
Yeah, so here's what better way to explain what happened than by going to the uncensored and unfiltered comment thread on Reddit. I need a market to buy Bitcoin Cash right now. I live in New York. Please help.
What is the top for Bitcoin Cash and what is the bottom for Bitcoin? This is nuts.
Well, $600 dump on Bitcoin Cash just now. Market is definitely being manipulated.
Who can manipulate billions as if it's nothing?
I FOMO'd out of Bitcoin on all my alts except Litecoin and Ethereum, and into Bitcoin Cash at $1,900. Figured with my luck I was catching it at peak, but no, an hour later I'm up 25%.
It's $2,400 on CoinMarketCap. It hasn't ended.
Holy shit, price just dropped from $2,400 to $1,900 in like 30 seconds. I'm glued to Bittrex right now like it's the Super Bowl.
It's unreal. If anybody tries to say this is not a pump and dump, they need to educate themselves. Grab popcorn, sit back and hodl.
It's worse on Poloniex, from $2,800 to $1,500.
Here comes the dump.
Damn, this is crazy.
This is insane.
Biggest pump and dump in the history of crypto. This is just stupid, absolutely and utterly stupid, and I'm gonna type it in all caps.
This is one long red line of dump dick. For whoever bought at the peak, I'm sorry.
I fucked this whole thing up so bad. I'm so upset. Serves me right for being an idiot.
I'm in the same boat as you, man. Thankfully, I only used a small amount. This stuff is too unpredictable. Price on Bittrex went from $2,200 to $1,500 in the blink of an eye. It was so painful.
Bitcoin Cash market cap is plummeting and Bitcoin is rising. The flip-flopping is happening.
I'm a fucking idiot. I tried to trade, went to BTC to BCH, then back again. All I did was end up having less Bitcoin than I already did. I'm so stupid. Don't be stupid. Hodl.
So,
yeah.
man. Ooh. Oh, we gotta take a break after that.
Oh, it was so intense, but that was our Saturday, right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I felt some of those feelings, I think.
Yeah, I felt a lot of those feelings too. But,
I knew Roger Ver was going to try to make a move.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's all speculation.
Yeah.
You know,
well, no, but I mean, I knew he was going to try to make a move to promote his Bitcoin Cash. I didn't know if this was the move, but...
And Roger Ver, he's Bitcoin Jesus. He's been in the scene for a long time. He's a whale.
And so is Bitmain, the big mining group in China that's also behind Bitcoin Cash.
Jihan Wu?
And they make the ASICs.
Yeah, they make the application-specific integrated chips.
Circuits.
Close. Yeah, so there's a lot of big players out here, and then, lo and behold, there we were on Saturday. Okay, here's what I was thinking. I was just like, there's no smart decision right now with Bitcoin dropping like a rock and Bitcoin Cash shooting up like goddamn Saturn V rocket, or maybe what does Elon Musk make? He calls them the
the Falcon.
The Falcon, yeah, the Falcon X rocket. That's what Bitcoin Cash was doing. It was putting satellites in space. It was weird, but I decided not to do anything.
It didn't go into orbit, though. It fell back down. You
can never tell. I mean,
that's fair.
It's going up. But what did I do? I didn't log on to do anything. I just sat there with my iron hands. Maybe you can call me Saint FUDsuds, because ferrous metals, my iron hands, Saint FUDsuds. That's a real saint.
Good job.
That was the Pope was persecuting somebody, and they're like, "Oh, stop making bootleg Bibles. I'm the Pope," and we're gonna smash your hands. That's your punishment. And remember, Saint FUDsuds, he was in the public square, and the Pope said, "Hit his hands with the hammer," and then his hammers didn't break. Or something. His hands didn't break. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a real story.
Yeah, in Sunday school.
It's Sunday school. Yeah,
we called him Rusty. So it was Saturday night. Bitcoin Cash had been going up a while. I mean, it was sitting at 300 for a long time. It ran up to 600 a little bit. Korea,
it was looking attractive.
Then it went up to 900.
I don't know. 900.
And then suddenly on the 11th, the night of the 11th to the 12th,
yep,
it ran all the way up really fast to 2477 market average.
That was the high, 2477.
Yeah, I have friends that made tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, but then there are also people that just lost tons of money because it subsequently crashed straight down, just plummeted like a block of iron.
Yes.
To 1600, and now it's sitting between 11 and 1300, just kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, I feel good about this. My portfolio looked kind of very sad on Saturday night, but again, I was just thinking, I don't want to make a decision. I just worked 10 hours in the freezing cold. I'm not going to make any decisions right now. So I hodled. I sat there. And maybe that was crazy, but pretty much things have returned to normal in the crypto space, haven't they?
Well, what's great is that there were so many people who swore that if Bitcoin went below 5,000, they would buy tons of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And here it drops to just below 5,000. Let me check on there real quick.
I'm one of those people. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Here it drops to 5,500.
55 is still a good number.
And they're like, it's the end of Bitcoin. It's going to zero. Bitcoin Cash is taking sell.
Oh God.
And I mean, I understand Bitcoin has problems. That's the one reason, I think people thought that. It's because Bitcoin right now is having long transaction times and stuff.
And the fees are definitely not cheap at all, sort of at all.
But there was no flippening.
There was no flippening. The only flippening we did see is that the market cap for Bitcoin Cash did, for a time, rise above our blessed Ethereum.
Right.
But then, obviously, Ethereum is back in the number 2 spot where it belongs. So, all is right in the world.
It's a pretty solid number 2, too. It's got 30 billion, and Bitcoin Cash is at 22 as of this recording.
Okay, so, well, it's exciting, and that's why we're in crypto anyways, is because it's kind of hilarious and crazy and new.
Now you have to expect, I'm sure there were people who were driven out of crypto because of this.
God. Well, okay.
Newer people.
I know.
You have to expect a roller coaster ride every freaking day.
It's a roller coaster ride. That's fun.
And so the decision you make is, are you going to try to make some money off that? If you have a plan going in to make some money off events like this, or are you going to just hold through it?
Okay. I decided to hold and not do anything, and here I am. I'm still in it.
I held too. I sold a couple of altcoins that went up into Bitcoin. But,
that's cool.
But just little moves.
Yeah.
And no panic selling, no selling into fiat,
Okay, so
anyway, so that was the event. I don't know if there's an official name for it yet.
Brown Saturday.
Scam Saturday?
Oh, Brown Saturday. That's what my underwear looked like after the thing was done. It was I lost bowel control. I'm not proud of it. But
you hodled.
I hodled.
So you took the anxiety that could have gone into your hands making sales.
And I focused it into my anus. And
all right.
Now I need to do the laundry. I must Clorox.
I do not think that was a very good Russian accent.
All right, let's break this and we'll come back.
I got some FUDsuds, laundry detergent there for
FUDsuds?
you. FUDsuds.
That's a nice ad lib. FUDsuds. If you think your crypto investments are making you, create unstoppable stains on your underwear, guess what? We got these FUDsuds. It's super organic and boy.
When your bowels are as incontinent as the markets.
Hey folks, I'm Billy Mays. Have you noticed that your crypto investments are making your underwear, really brown? You gotta try FUDsuds. I'm Billy Mays. I'm wearing a blue shirt and I've got a freshly trimmed beard and I do not use cocaine.
Make your most intimate apparel immune to fear, uncertainty, and doubt with FUDsuds.
FUDsuds. Oh, geez. We got to get FUDsuds on the line.
I think an advertisement.
We don't need to have an ICO sponsor us every week, right?
I think FUDsuds
maybe next week
we got to get FUDsuds.
Ooh, we're going to get a whole big studio production.
I'm seeing a graphic that goes up.
We're going to get a banner on the website. FUDsuds.
All right, let's take a breath to catch our break. And here, I'll show you the FUDsuds.
Yeah. Hey, let me try it out. No. It was worse than that.
Oh.
There were fights and vomiting everywhere.
Sheesh.
In the showroom. Yeah, it was so loud I could barely think. And I don't even think the AV crew on the tour knew what they were really doing. It was kind of like trying to operate a camera at the dance party of the damned inside Cthulhu's vibrating butt plug.
Oh, jeez.
Because everything was shaking. Everything was shaking. My camera was shaking. It was that loud.
Man.
Oh, and it smelled accurate too, because of the sweat and the vomit and the butts.
What is this? Wait, what's the point? Why did you tell me to record this?
Well, maybe one day I'll be listening to this, driving in my Lambo, of course, and I'll be lighting an organic cigarette with a $100,000 Federal Reserve note, and I'll think, oh, that's right. I did have to work for a living once upon a time, didn't I? Yeah, that.
Well, right now you live in a basement.
Okay,
you got a lot of work to do.
Fine.
Just don't pick out Lambo colors yet.
Everyone should pick out their Lambo color right now. You got to know this ahead of time. When you go to the dealer, you're going to have to make the hard sell. Say, I want the lime green one. with the racing stripes.
Well, whatever color you get.
And I'm going to give you 2 Bitcoins right now, or I'm going down the street to the Alfa Romeo dealership, and, I'm going to even lowball them even harder. So give me that Lambo. You guys pick out your color right away.
Whatever color you get, it's going to be brown pretty soon based on your experience last weekend.
What, Brown Saturday?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Going to need to put some FUDsuds on that car.
I don't care. I'll buy a brown Lamborghini. I don't care, man. I just want that little horse on the front. Wait, that's Ferrari. Never mind.
Let's go right into our main topic. Or Mustang. All right. Right into our main topic for round 4.
Yeah, we want to talk about all the myriad ways in which somebody can obtain the Bitcoin.
Here's 50 ways.
Is there 50?
Maybe
there's a lot.
There's
a lot. Like we already mentioned Coinbase, which is what most people do.
Coinbase is definitely the easiest.
It's super easy. It's grandma friendly. It's grandma ready.
There's an alternative I found actually called Coin Mama. If you're really into credit cards, I guess, and you've run your Coinbase limit, you can also use Coin Mama.
Interesting. Okay.
And another way is local Bitcoins.
Yeah, local Bitcoins, that's sort of, I would say it's the Craigslist of buying Bitcoin, because you're dealing with a real human being, flesh and blood in meat space.
But for a lot of if they're online... Yeah, you can meet up, but if it's online, they also do escrow service.
Service.
Yeah, so the person will send their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You send cash, and once the cash clears, the Bitcoin gets sent to you.
So that's cool. So that's if you're not in the same geographic location, and then also you can look at the rating of that particular user that's selling, and then you can say this person does have a good reputation, and I can do this. Just do your research, find a person, find the right price, and local Bitcoins is cool. So there's obviously via wire transfer, escrow, whatever.
Yeah, where you can meet in person.
And then you can meet in person. Is there another way on local Bitcoins that I'm forgetting?
I'm not sure. I haven't actually used it. I would. There's usually a minimum. Somebody will be posting, hey, I live in Philadelphia, and I want to sell some Bitcoin at this price. And here's the amount I'm looking to sell. Oh, yeah.
So they're always definitely looking for a specific amount, which...
Sometimes it's a pretty wide range.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like $7,000 minimum. But sometimes it's, $50 to $200 or whatever.
Yep.
And you can go ahead and get some Bitcoin. That's not traceable. Is it?
That's why local Bitcoins is so popular. Yeah, because it's sort of the best way. If you're trying to keep your coin secret or whatever... If you thought that was necessary, that's how you do it, for sure. And then I think there's also a local Monero that I've browsed before. Same difference. Is there a local Ether?
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But I guess...
Do you really want to meet Monero people?
Hell yeah.
Local Monero?
Yeah, and get some drinks afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I don't... Yeah, probably some good
drinks
people.
At the bottom of the East River, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, side note. Has there actually been a murder over cryptocurrency yet?
You asked that last week, and we talked about somebody stealing an ATM in the Netherlands, which was another way to buy crypto. They thought there were little Bitcoins inside, apparently, but ATMs is another way to get some cryptocurrency.
Okay, wait. More related random news. I saw another funny article that was awesome. It was somewhere in Europe also. Did you see the article where the people were saying, they were random calls, scammers saying, you have to pay this tax bill, dude. So what you have to do is go to the Bitcoin ATM at the bodega on the corner, like in Stockholm, Sweden or something. I forget where it happened. And you have to deposit cash to pay this tax bill into this Bitcoin ATM. It's right there at the corner of 5th and Stuttgart Avenue or whatever. And then you need to send us a picture of the receipt, basically saying, give us the access to the private key for that Bitcoin wallet that you just opened when you inserted cash into the Bitcoin ATM. And then that was a method of scamming, and the amount of money that these scammers got was pretty darn high.
Really?
For the convoluted process that they were using. Yeah.
I want to see the email. Just was it...
It was more like
terrible Nigerian Prince scammer grammar kind of email.
No, I think it was more like they got a phone call.
Oh, one of those I get
people are random calling, or they got a list of phone numbers.
You ever get an IRS phone call around tax day that are like, You
No.
have outstanding debt.
I don't-
IRS.
I
And it's not an IRS phone call. It's a total fake. And they're like, please call this number to settle your debt. Legal action will be taken. A team will be dispatched within 24 hours to arrest you. And you're like, I mean, I'm sure people get scared by that.
yeah, I guess, but I don't know. There's scams everywhere. I think maybe in this age of Internet 2.0, people are inoculated to most of the scams that happen. I hope.
Apparently
Unfortunately, in this story where people are feeding cash into a Bitcoin ATM and then sending the scammers the private key to that Bitcoin wallet that was just created, apparently it still works kind of a lot. So, okay, what the authorities did after a lot of complaints, they were saying, oh, like I paid money to the tax people and it didn't actually have to get paid. The local authorities ended up just posting signs in front of that Bitcoin ATM saying like, hey, by the way, never under any circumstances does the local tax authority require you to use this machine to pay their bill. That was the solution. But unfortunately, some people got fooled by it. So that sucks.
I wonder if the ATMs should have like a kind of disclaimer, not about tax authorities, but
I don't know, man. It was just like a weird scam that worked for a little bit. And guys, just like, be careful. Be careful.
So anyway, how does the Bitcoin ATM work?
Oh, that's kind of cool. Just like I said, if you're not being scammed and you're doing it under your own free will and not under penalty of imprisonment because of the tax authority, you can take your fiat dollars, you put them into the machine, and it's either going to send it to an address that you give them using the camera. You can show them maybe a mobile wallet, or you can show them a paper wallet. It'll scan it, send it to that address. Or a lot of these machines, Bitcoin ATMs, will generate a new paper wallet on the receipt paper that you normally get from a regular ATM. And that's pretty cool. Sometimes they need 2FA. I think most of them require you to put in a cell phone number, and then they send you a text with maybe a 4-digit code, and then you put that into the machine, then you insert your cash, and then you get some Bitcoin.
So it's just to make sure you stay within reasonable limits.
There's usually a limit, yeah.
So you can't use the same number the same day to rack up.
Yeah, and
Bitcoins.
then that's part of like a lot of different ways to get Bitcoin, where they say you cannot buy $400,000 right now at this gas station. No,
Right.
that's crazy. That's weird. It's just like it's too much. There's limits. Yeah.
Now that I do want to say, people who are new to this space, it is safe to share your public address, which is your public key. In fact, you have to get paid.
Yeah.
For Ether, it starts with a 0x. For Bitcoin, it doesn't. For Litecoin, I think it starts with an L.
Yeah, there's a format for every address.
But it's not safe to share your secret key or private key.
Yeah, I guess
So it's safe to show the machine this, QR code of your address, your public key, your public address, your wallet address, but not your private key.
It's very much like you have an email address. That's for people that you want to correspond with, and
Right.
then you also have your password.
Right.
It's sort of like email address. Oh, and then there's the password. Public address, private key. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah.
If someone has your email address, they can send you email, but they can't send email from your address.
Well, you wouldn't say, hey, can you give me those documents? Send me an email. Here's my password, Pete.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, just keep it straight.
Now the difference with Bitcoin is those email services are handled by like a central authority. You enter your password and then you get into the email.
Oh yeah, I mean like
But
gmail.com, Yahoo.
Right, but Bitcoin is actually just cryptography.
I still use an AOL server for my email because
Get out. Get out. Bitcoin uses cryptography, so your private key, there's not a central authority
It's
that relates your
decentralized.
private key to your public key. It's actually a one-way cipher that, you enter your private key somewhere, or you use it wherever, and it, knows that you have control of your public key because of cryptography, a function that turns your private key into your public key, basically.
Man, I think your use of the word cryptography, it's sort of like Sir Alec Guinness waving his hands in front of a stormtrooper. Is what you just did.
Cryptography.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Like, that's what you just did. You just did that. You just did that It's where Mos Eisley Cantina, the stormtroopers found Luke Skywalker and R2-D2, and you're just like, cryptography. These are not the droids you're looking for. I'm not a coder, so I'm just going to have to trust you.
Okay, imagine this.
These are not the droids, and it all works, and it's the Force. It's the Force.
You know cryptograms? Let's say you want to send a simple cipher to somebody, okay? And you decide...
A code?
Yeah, a simple code. A simple code.
Like if I'm trying to send a message to the Allies, and they're in Nazi territory, you know?
Okay, sure.
Let's go with the World War II analogy.
Let's go
like pretend it's Europe. It's 1942.
Those would be really...
Everything is on the line. The sake of the free world, this is going to be the last war that we ever have to fight. We're all up in Europe, and like we got to save France because like the Eiffel Tower and like pretty buildings and shit and people and bombs and a lot of people and you know, so like we need cryptography. And
for my analogy, we got to go
send a code across the Atlantic Ocean and what do we do? We're the Allies. What do we do?
Okay. We have to go back much farther because that example's not going to work for me. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm not just shutting it down.
How many movies about code breaking have there been that were centered in World War II?
Yes, but we're not talking about code breaking.
It was like who was the other? Like,
The Imitation Game.
Was
That's
like
a great
Alan
movie.
Turing?
Great movie.
And then like, was that the guy?
Yeah.
Who was the Cobra? Yeah. And then there was like Navajo Indians got up in the Pacific thing. Remember the Wind Talkers?
Yeah,
Navajo that
language.
was hilarious. So like, is that cryptography? Code. Is that ciphers?
Yeah, but hang on. Let's go way back. All right, Julius Caesar. There's something called
that guy sucks.
All right, he's been dead for a long time.
Fuck him.
Well, there's probably a conspiracy theory or two out there. You know, like Gallic. Whatever.
Yo, just like Tupac, Julius Caesar. He's still.
Oh, this is. Yeah, well,
I saw Julius Caesar on the stage at Coachella last year, man.
JC lives.
He's the real JC. He's coming back for you and me.
Okay, so anyway, so he used a cipher, very simple,
really?
Where you'd replace a letter with another letter. Let's say you had the word, I don't know, alpha. Let's say alpha, okay?
Okay.
You replace the A with a B, the L with an M, P with a Q. You know, you move every letter up one.
Yeah.
So you end up with B, M, Q, I, B, and it doesn't make sense. But so he would use this kind of code to, you know, send, and he would offset it more. So maybe A becomes E, and B becomes F, and C becomes G.
Yeah, it sounds like the Little Orphan Annie radio show
Right.
code
It's
that
totally...
Ralphie was trying to decipher, and then it says, hey, don't forget to buy more Ovaltine, Ralphie.
It's super easy
Remember
to
that?
break.
Remember that from the Christmas story? Christmas is coming up, and that's cryptography.
Great. So it's super easy to break because you can figure out, you know, how to break it, and then it's easy to go back to the original message, right?
Yeah.
Now, in World War II, Alan Turing figured out how to break the Enigma cipher by the Germans. It was way harder to break because it was really complicated, used a special code book. You know, they had to not let on that they broke it because then the Germans would just change something.
Yeah.
You know, the machine had complicated settings. They'd get new settings each day, and it would, like, encode it, you know, a certain way. But it was breakable because it was two-way. You could look at the coded message and decode it. In fact, the Germans had to, right? Bitcoin's an entirely different kind of cryptography. Imagine that you sent me a long message and I had a code that made it 4 numbers. All right, let's just say this
4 numbers.
This is very simple, okay? But
so I wrote my entire really, really, really sad and depressing biography.
Right.
And I figured out a way to put into 4 numbers.
Right. But you can't. Let's say you wrote a biography. I had this math
sad
function.
And depressing.
I had this math function that ran through your biography and calculated 4 numbers. Okay.
That's crazy.
Now, the 4 numbers cannot be traced back to your biography unless I randomly try everything at it, because 4 numbers, you can't decode it. It's not decodable. It's one way. Those other ciphers are 2-way. Bitcoin's 1-way. What you can do is you can verify that the 4 numbers came from your biography.
Yeah.
But you can't take the 4 numbers and go back and calculate your biography.
And read the thing. And
Right.
read
It's
how...
one way. So it's a code, but it's not a decodable code, unless you guess every possible freaking combination of biography letters, you know, to figure it out.
Well,
which would take infinity time.
I'm not going to pretend that I wish I understood that, even though I wish I could. But I do wish that everybody was really stoned right now and they just had their mind blown by Pete's crazy word faces. Like, what? That was kind of cool. I guess.
Well, I mean, what do you not get about it? Let's ask questions.
We're not doing this.
Yeah.
Let's stay on topic. Okay. that was crazy, and it's very complex, and maybe some things like religion, they shouldn't be explained,
Well, people have to understand these to audit them.
No, I mean, I don't need to know if, God is real. You should just tell me that he is, and I'll believe you. That's how society works, Pete. Come on. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm not going to figure it out.
That's exactly the thing.
God is real. It's definitely what the guy said. He's wearing a funny hat. I believe him.
That's exactly the kind of thing that crypto stands against, Rocco. The centralized authority telling you what to do and what to believe.
Well, I just want to try to...
Disclaimer, cryptocurrency is not against religion. It has no opinion on the subject.
But I do. I definitely do. This is just Rocco talking right here.
So anyway, more ways to buy crypto.
Yeah, more ways to buy crypto. Let's talk about it. There's definitely some retail stores that operate under the console, like Liberty X, for instance. Okay. That's the name of one of them. It's sort of like you go into a store, you actually talk to the cashier. They've got an iPad set up with maybe a card reader, or they will actually take cash for their drawer. You give them cash. They send the corresponding amount of Bitcoin to your wallet. And same deal like the ATMs. You can show them your mobile wallet, or maybe they can print you up a receipt for a new wallet, a paper wallet. I don't know. But that's a company that's put a lot of different consoles all around the U.S. anyways.
How do you feel about a company giving you a private key that they printed up and that they say is random, or they say they don't keep and don't know?
Okay.
I mean, personally, I would either show them my public address on my mobile, or I would immediately move those coins off to
I've looked into this a lot, and they definitely say that on the website, it's all over the place. They're like, if the cashier says that there's extra fees or something, there's a service fee, and they want you to give more money, please let us know. That's not allowed. Drop a comment. There's no extra fees. The cash is the cash. The transaction is the transaction. Da-da-da-da-da. Because they don't want people on the retail side behind the register saying, okay, so that'll just be $5 extra. They're like, no. Also, if you're using some kind of fee or some kind of service, don't let the person have their cell phone out taking a picture of it and being weird. Like, let me just point my phone at that piece of paper I just gave you. No, like stuff like that. No, shenanigans. That's not allowed.
I'm just saying I'd rather show my public address and not show my private key.
Yeah.
Or move the coins off, because their system came up with that private key. Mm-hmm. I know they say they don't know it. They probably don't know it. It's probably generated and that's it. It's forgotten. But it'd be really easy to have it logged or whatever, or the guy who's handing it has like some camera or something, and the private key is, I just wouldn't take the paper wallet option, not even from the ATM, I don't think, unless I moved it off right away.
The paper wallet, yeah. That's an option of the ATM. I don't know if these retail console options do the paper wallet for sure.
Well, I like paper wallets, but not paper wallets made by other people.
Let's talk about paper wallets real quick.
Paper wallets. Okay, yeah. Paper wallet.
You go to bitcoinaddresses.org, right? That's the popular one.
There's a couple places.
There's a couple places too, but I think it's cool that when you go to bitcoinaddresses.org, it says, hey, we're going to make a new paper wallet for you. Move your mouse around.
Yeah, because your mouse movements are really random.
Your mouse movements, they're random, and it's just basically taking some kind of integer from the way your mouse is moving, mm-hmm. and it's using that to randomize the address that comes out.
Yep.
So it's kind of a fun game. What you're left with is a brand new and unique Bitcoin address for your wallet.
Yeah, well, I don't have a Bitcoin paper wallet, but I have an Ether paper wallet. I guess I shouldn't be saying that. But no, I won't tell you where I keep it. Anyway,
he's smirking. He's lying. It's not true. Yeah.
It has 2 QR codes on it. One is the your public key. One is your private key. And it's really obvious what it is.
Yeah.
And also the key's printed on it. And then like a little space for notes. Yeah. And so unless people get this paper wallet, and you can go online to my Ether wallet, you can enter in you can actually take your computer offline and enter the private key into my Ether wallet, I think. I mean, there's a way to do this. No, you can't do that. Never mind.
Never mind. Okay, well,
hang on. Let me think about this.
Paper wallets are very cool.
There's a way. Hang on. There's
paper
a way.
Wallets. You keep thinking. Paper wallets are kind of like the fun way to take your Bitcoin off of the network, put it in a safe for definitely super cold storage. You put it in a safe that you can open again later on, and then.
Right, you hold your private key, just not on the internet. It's not on your phone. It's not. Hackers can't get it unless
it's not
they get
on
in
a
your
computer.
safe.
It's not on your computer. It's in a safe.
You could even memorize it and burn the paper. I mean, that is a possibility.
Or you can be like Guy Pearce from Memento, and maybe you could like tattoo the address to the inner side of your upper thigh.
That's a terrible idea.
Where you usually deal with chafing.
In that case, I would encrypt the address by some system so that people couldn't steal my key.
Okay. Well, that was stupid, but you know what?
So anyway, there's also, and I don't know about this one, there's eBay. You can buy wallets with coins from eBay, and usually the prices are really high.
Whoa, I never even looked into this. Because I am an Amazon user. I use Amazon, but I haven't really used eBay like since I was in college, unfortunately. But
I mean,
well,
it's
unfortunately
there.
For eBay, but that's a thing.
It's there. I wouldn't do it. I mean, it'll be like $8,000, and we'll send you a wallet with Bitcoin. You know, and it's
okay.
But it's there.
Does that work?
I suppose.
Again, it gets to what we said about local Bitcoins. It's like, look at the rating of the seller, obviously.
I still wouldn't do it.
You know?
People are taking advantage of people who are like, I want some Bitcoin. I mean, maybe there are fair eBay sellers. I don't know. But they're like, I want some Bitcoin and I don't know how to get it. I do everything on eBay. I'm going to go to eBay. And they go to eBay. And
is
they
it
find
safe?
Bitcoin.
Why are we talking about it? Is it safe?
No.
Or should we not talk about
it? I guess we shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Beware of eBay. I mean, we should talk about it because it's not a good idea.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Well, there you go. Don't trust eBay.
You could also buy from us directly. Just send us money.
What?
Yeah.
That's the thing we're saying?
No.
Because I'm not selling Bitcoin.
Why not?
You idiot.
$10,000 of Bitcoin.
Well, I'm not ripping people off. That's not my mojo. I don't want to.
So what is another way? You told us we were going to have 50 ways to buy crypto. We've only had 6. I'm trying to add ways here.
Okay, let's add some more ways. How do you buy Bitcoin? Okay, so we already covered local Bitcoins, Bitcoin ATMs, Coinbase, obviously, LibertyX, a retail console.
Yep.
What other ways?
You got GDAX, which is Coinbase's way.
Well, yeah, GDAX, yeah. That's...
If you send money, you transfer bank money to GDAX.
GDAX is the smart Coinbase.
It's the smartest way to buy if you have some time, yeah.
I'm just saying, like Coinbase, I guess there's some fees going on. If you're buying with a credit card through Coinbase, you're going to pay a fee. Or
even a bank account, you'll pay a fee.
But if you do a bank transfer through GDAX, I'm pretty sure that that's how I do it. It's sort of like no fee.
Yeah, if you do a bank transfer to GDAX and then you use, I think, a limit market order to buy Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Limit market order. Yeah.
Then it won't charge you a fee, which is interesting.
Yeah, so you don't buy the market price, which you really shouldn't anyways. You should just say, I want to buy it for a little bit less than the market price. Wait for it to hit that. Then your order goes through, and then your US dollar value goes down, and you just got that value worth in Bitcoin.
And it could happen while you sleep. I mean, that's how limit orders work.
Yeah, I still have like a limit order out on freaking Potcoin.
Potcoin.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because it's just sitting there and Potcoin just goes up for no reason a lot. So I think I charted the resistance level and I put in an order for that and it's just sitting Potcoin. It's stupid. I don't know. It's got a marijuana leaf, which is great.
I don't think you mine Potcoin. I think you grow it. I think they're growers.
Yeah, you grow it. You grow it in Humboldt County in California. It's
and there's, it adds new meaning to finding hashes.
Whoa!
I found a hash.
God, it's so weird. No, but Potcoin has this weird. Don't buy it, okay? Sell it. If you have it, sell it. So then my order goes through, and then everyone else that listens later. Definitely buy it so that I can gain profit. It's such a weird coin. It's like it just pumps and dumps and goes up and down.
There's several marijuana coins. Some of them with celebrity backing.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I have a
Canacoin. Canacoin is
Paragon,
one of them.
Paragon coin.
Paragon. Yeah, Paragon. That doesn't sound like marijuana.
Well, they have the logo. The logo is very clear.
Cannabinoid con. Paragon.
Paragon.
What?
Paragon, I'm serious.
That doesn't sound like, I don't know. I just don't get it.
So what's another way? Well, I talked about hashing or growing or mining.
Mining.
We talked about mining every episode so far with, varying. Again, if you don't understand proof of work, look in the show notes for the video. Seriously, guys, watch this video. Oh, it also talks about that cryptography thing I was talking about. You'll understand it if you watch.
But here's the thing. Okay, I've been fascinated with the prospect of making my own coins ever since I learned that it was possible. But it seems like after last week, I was looking into it. Like, the more I look into it, the more prohibitive it seems. Like, I keep on thinking, okay, this is the week. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to start mining on it and then now I'm left with the short answer right now. You should only dedicate your resources, financial resources, to a mining rig and not cloud mining or some other phony affiliate program, blah, blah, blah. Fire up your own mining rig only if you're so paranoid about capital gains taxes and whatnot that you need to have your own supply of virgin coins. That's my conclusion.
So you're giving up on mining entirely?
Sort of.
I got to cancel that Amazon order for motherboards.
Did you really order
Amazon? Yeah.
Really? Hold on. Stop. Let's talk about this. Like, seriously, like, that's the thing. I've already bought some crypto, so there's some kind of digital paper trail, whatever. Like, I'm not that paranoid that I need virgin coins. It seems like there's so much stuff going on in the world of mining. If you buy this GPU and it's only made for mining, it doesn't have a video output. It's just made for mining. Like, that's the thing that I saw. They're like, don't buy that one because you can't resell it to gamers because there's not a video output.
So you got scared away by the complexities of mining.
Yeah, basically. And there are so many complexities. And I definitely want to say this on the podcast, Blockheads Round 4. Before I started looking into cryptocurrency, I would always tell people interested in stuff, oh, hey, you're interested in a thing? That's cool. You should definitely just go on reddit.com and then look at all the comments. And then eventually, when you're reading the comments, you're going to figure out exactly what the truth is about that particular subject. If you're talking about postmodern French poetry, you're going to figure out the exact truth about that. If you're going to talk about, like, early 1920s German expressionist film, you're definitely going to figure out exactly what that's about by reading the Reddit comments. If you're going to talk about, like, all the stuff, except until I started looking at cryptocurrency, and then I read the comment thread on these Reddit articles, and it's like, wait, the opposite is true. I am more confused than after I read the article, after reading these comments. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
But, like, straight up, that's what's going on. That's how you know you're in the Wild West of crypto finance something.
So now you're giving up mining ideas and you're onto just spending that money buying crypto instead?
Like, basically, I've already bit the bullet. I've already bought cryptocurrency with fiat, and I've jumped through the KYC hula hoop.
That KYC is know your customer. It's not a brand of hula hoop. It's not a brand of barely acceptable fast food chicken.
Know your customer.
I mean, KYC it's a list of guidelines that financial services companies have to follow to stay on the right side of the law. Know your customer. You'll often see it as KYC AML. AML is anti-money laundering.
Yeah, so it's sort of like Coinbase needs to verify that they're not selling cryptocurrency to Osama bin Laden's corpse or something.
Right, so they ask for an iPrint.
Yeah, like I'm not selling it to an evildoer.
They ask for an iPrint, your blood type, and I think your
cavity search, like
a
finger in the butt.
Right.
Yeah. KYC does entail a finger butt. That is truth. And
KFC also made. All right.
What? This is weird. Can we just talk about hula hoops instead?
Hula hoops.
Yeah, like
boy, talk about a gimmick that took off.
It's like a fidget spinner.
It's like Bitcoin Cash.
It's like a fidget spinner for your waist. Like
and without dangerous lead levels. Did you see that? Some fidget spinner types have been not even recalled, I guess, but selling in Target have like lead levels dangerous for children. They say like ages 15 plus only on them.
Right, you're saying I should take this fidget spinner out of my mouth?
Oh man. I mean, come on.
I don't know. Darwin Award for all the parents that let their kids have a fidget spinner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, dangerous levels of lead for children. Oof.
boy, the children. Wow.
Children.
Like, I really care about those people.
Wait, what?
I don't know what. It's fine. Well, what other ways?
I guess there's like some similar, like there are ways to get more cryptos if you already have it, like staking or,
Staking's cool.
For stake, where you stake your crypto and you get interest basically.
Yeah.
For being online. And your computer does help the network.
It's running on your desktop.
Right.
And you've basically...
Low resource consumption. It's not mining.
It's not mining.
But it definitely helps secure the network because you become a trusted node.
You become a node. Yeah. So you can become a node and then gain more of certain coins by earning that proof of stake. That you're just keeping your coins in your wallet on your desktop and it's running. It's... Look
at this.
Oh, right now you're looking at...
but that's not... They're grayed out because these are all orphan blocks. I mean, I'm going to probably cut this. These are all orphan blocks. So it found them. My stake found them, and it's an orphan block generated but not accepted. This does not impact your holdings. And it's been doing that all day. And I don't know what's wrong.
You're looking at a certain coin right there.
Yeah, Pivx.
Yeah, Pivx. Okay.
Pivx stakes.
Pivx, I like it.
I know Ethereum is thinking about staking. We talked about this a little bit. I stake Rain and Nexus. Some coins only stake if you have a large number.
Okay. Do you think there's a trend happening? Proof of work losing to proof of stake? Maybe?
I hope so. Because unless the work is valuable, like we talked about CureCoin.
CureCoin.
And some other... There are some that, like... I don't know that I want to trot Nexus out on this one, but Nexus's CPU channel for proof of mining, for proof of work, actually finds dense clusters of prime numbers, which helps in number theory. Right, that's maybe not as important as curing cancer, but it is something.
There's mathematical use to that.
Right. And
mathematicians, the Turings of the world, want to know all the prime numbers and stuff.
Taking mining and making it, actually making the miners kind of a supercomputer that are doing useful work rather than just calculating this cryptographic hash of increasing difficulty is hopefully the future.
Okay. Calculating hash difficulty, taking a lot of resources and electricity, like mining. The other side is you just hold it, you keep it, you're a node, you gain rewards for proof of stake instead of using an entire, freaking house worth of electricity for one transaction.
But there are other options. There's proof of active stake or proof of activity. There's proof, which is transactions help. I think NEM does something like that, where you send and receive, and you're using it, and you get rewarded. There's and again, I don't think it's just proof of stake. I think that answers are doing useful work and not doing all the same work as well. Like I'm fine with verifying, securing transactions with mining, but we shouldn't have 1 million miners out there working on the same problem. And only one of them gets the reward. That's a huge amount of wasted work.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of people that are all running the same race, basically.
Right.
And there's only one winner awarded. The one person that crosses the finish line, but meanwhile, it's an entire Boston Marathon full of people that are actually trying one winner.
And now, originally, Satoshi, that was an important way to prevent, 51% attacks or whatever. Actually, BitTorrent, kind of on this line, there's an announcement by the guy who invented BitTorrent.
Yeah, Bram Cohen. Remember that guy that made that great revolution of BitTorrent where we find all of our non-copyrighted, open source and free
copies of Star Trek Discovery. Yeah,
stuff that's not pirated.
He announced an eco-friendly Bitcoin competitor, Chia, and I gotta say I don't really know how it's eco-friendly. What do they do different?
It's probably just a little bit better than Bitcoin, which
it's probably a lot better than Bitcoin,
which currently seems not eco-friendly.
Does it stake? Is it like very?
Okay, so I'm just going to read. Cohen has just started a new company called Chia Network that will launch cryptocurrency based on proofs of time and storage rather than Bitcoin's electricity burning proofs of work. Essentially, Chia will harness cheap and abundant unused storage space on hard drives to verify its blockchain. And then here's a quote from Mr. Cohen. He says, "The idea is to make a better Bitcoin to fix the centralization problems. The two main issues he sees in Bitcoin are an environmental impact and the instability that arises from a few Bitcoin miners with the cheapest access to electricity exerting outsized influence on the network and stuff.
Okay,
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Proof of time given and storage.
Yeah.
Time and storage given to the network. That makes sense. I mean, this kind of passive proof rather than like hashing is a way better use of resources. You're using storage, which that doesn't take a ton of power to use, rather than using, CPUs and GPUs grinding out. And that might result in a bit of an arms race where you're trying to accumulate more storage, but it's less of an ecological impact than wasting all the power of the world.
Yeah, so in the article it says Chia instead relies on proof of space in file storage, which people often already have and can use for no additional cost. It combines this with proofs of time to disarm a wide array of attacks to which proofs of space are susceptible. I don't know.
Right.
So does that make sense?
Well, somebody could buy a whole crap ton of storage and try to attack the network, but
proof of time is the counterbalancing yin and yang effect.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good. I think we'll see a lot more of this multi-channel stuff too. I know that there are coins that run two parallel blockchains like Ethereum and vertcoin. There's like Nexus again. I'm sorry for always bringing up Nexus, but it's got 3 channels. I
love Nexus.
There's the CPU, the GPU, and the stake channel. So
3D chain. 3D.
You have to attack. The thing is, if one channel finds a block, it becomes more difficult for that same channel to find the next block.
Yeah.
So even if you have tons of GPU power, the CPU channel will find blocks because, it temporarily becomes more difficult until the CPU gets it. So the blocks will alternate between the channels. So whichever channel you're running, you'll get rewards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. We're not shilling. We're
and
just
also,
saying,
you can't attack all 3 of them.
I'm not shilling. I'm just saying it's smart. It makes sense.
It'd be really hard to get 51% of all the CPU, GPU power, and 51% of the Nexus in order to attack the community.
So we don't love Nexus, and we're not saying buy Nexus, but we're just saying, wow, Nexus just thought up of a thing that definitely sounds awesome.
So this is also, I like this. It's similar. It's less work than those things. It's proof of time and proof of storage. So maybe a way to get currency will just be to have some empty space on your hard drive. That's already kind of a way with storage and Siacoin and Filecoin and all those.
And all the coins. And I think we got to talk about that. So do it.
Yeah, so we covered all the bases. That's it for round 4, guys.
Round 4.
Please help us out. Subscribe. Hit the little bell on YouTube that alerts you. Go ahead and leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you're listening.
Yeah, you can call me an idiot. That's fine.
Subscribe, please.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding out. Thanks for the feedback. Let's get some real feedback read here. Matt from Pennsylvania says, great podcast this week, guys.
Oh, thanks.
He really does. Yeah, no,
cool.
serious.
Okay.
We got a vertcoin donation so far.
Panda Man. You're awesome. Thank you, Mr. Panda.
So subscribe if you want this podcast to continue to be in your listening portfolio.
Oh, it's going to continue to be on the internet. Like, we don't need you. We don't need anybody.
Please add Blockheads to your portfolio.
Nah.
Like us on Facebook, share us. Tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, but, I'll still do it anyways, because...
You'll still do it.
Because I will.
You'll still do it,
Yeah, I'll still do it, and if I get some Blockaholics or some Crypto-Slovakians or maybe some Blockness monsters or maybe some... illegal Palians that like Monero.
Hot fellows, really?
What?
Hot fellows.
What if people want to be driving in their car? Maybe I want to call them Satoshi Nakamotorists. I don't know. This is awesome.